What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today with episode number 5 in the Miguel Cabrera PSA Master Set Registry. 4 new slabs to show off today. A couple that I'm really excited to show off just because I think they're really cool looking cards. And I got 2 more that are just because they were a good deal. I decided to go ahead and jump on them and work towards building up the registry. So a little bit of quality and quantity today. We're going to kick it off with my very first Panini card that I have purchased towards this, and that would be a 2017 Diamond Kings Aurora insert of Miggy. PSA Gem Mint 10 on this one and the Lighthouse Flip. And I know Panini products draw the ire of some collectors. Some people can't get over the lack of licensing. Some people are for it and like the Panini products. Some people are indifferent and more selective. I would say out of those options, I am definitely the lattermost, where some products are okay with me, some, I'm not a huge fan of. So for example, this one, I think it works really well. What I would say makes a good Panini product is when they can basically disguise the lack of licensing and lack of logos well, where you can't notice it as much. And this is a card that does it really well. So you have Cabrera with his back more so turned towards the camera, and the only thing that they really have to blur out at this point is his batting gloves and the D on his helmet. But this card and this insert set in general has a watercolor type of feel to it, which is kind of popular with the 2017 Diamond Kings look and really all the Diamond Kings products that they've released over the years. I think it's a really sharp looking card. The really bright colors for a color scheme that you wouldn't see too often. It's kind of got like more of a tropical feel to it with, you have the reds, the oranges, the green, a little bit of green in there, and then, some pinkish, purplish colors. I like the feel to it. It really matches well with the dark blue of the Cabrera with the white jersey. I think it just works really well. And kind of the faded out look of his helmet matches the watercolor vibe to it as well. So let me know what you think of Panini products down below. Do you just avoid them in general, or are you more so selective? To me, I cashed in my eBay bucks to get this card, and I thought it looked really sharp, so I went ahead and jumped on it. So that is the first Panini slab I've picked up. Believe it or not, I actually found a Mint 9 for a good deal. I've talked about this a lot recently, but these next 2 cards I just picked up because they are pretty good deals in my opinion for, the circumstances. This one I paid $6 for. And to me, anytime that I can get a card for less than the price of, getting it sent in myself, I'll go ahead and jump on it. The issue of this one, I believe, is the top left corner. It's kind of, I don't know, it looks like there's a little extra paper there, which is kind of something that's strange with the Chrome cards. That's not usually something that you would associate as an issue of a Chrome card. It's more so centering or scratching various surface issues, but that's not something you see too often. Usually corners are pretty good with Chrome cards, but this is in a little bit of an older flip, but just when you consider that it was only $6, it's something that I jumped on. Don't really have too much more to say, rather than, it's just basically a base from Bowman Chrome, but good deals, always something that I am happy to jump on. Now this one came as part of a 2-card lot, but it's more so of a lot that I put together myself. So I made an offer on this one, this 2012 Allen Ginter base, and the seller said that, here, I'll come back with this offer if you want. If you, spend $5 more and you get free shipping. And I was looking at the different slabs that he had, and he had this slab of Cabrera that I was really interested in, so I kind of tried to get a price for the 2 of them together to kind of get some percentage off, and that worked out pretty well. So this one I paid a little bit more for, but that was so that I could get a different slab I wanted a little bit cheaper. I've been holding off on a lot of the Ginters overall just because they're fairly easy to grade compared to some of the other cards out there, just because of the light colored borders, the light colored corners, and the paper on them. It's a little bit thicker stock than your typical base card, not by much, but really the Ginters are not as susceptible to damage as, say, like a flagship card would be in some of the recent years releases where they don't have the white borders. So I've been holding off on a lot of the Ginters, but to me, This card I had to jump on. Here he is with a glove on. You don't see that too often with Cabrera. For a guy who won the batting Triple Crown, a lot of times you're going to expect him to have a bat in his hands, and that's what I usually prefer as well. It's kind of a weird looking photo, just in general. And the 2012 Ginter design, it's not necessarily my favorite. I think they really knocked it out of the park with the design that would follow this one in 2013, but still a sharp looking card overall. And like I said, whenever there's a good deal, regardless of the card, I'll go ahead and jump on it, especially when I get one that is as cool as this one, in my opinion. And that would be a 2017 Topps Chrome Sapphire edition in a PSA Gem Mint 10. And this one has a lighthouse flip as well. So I've been trying to get one of these Sapphire edition Cabreras for a long time, and my preference is the 2018 just because that's my favorite set among the years that they did the Chrome Sapphires to this point. And the 2017 is actually my least favorite among those sets, but like I said, I saw a deal and I thought I had an opportunity to get it for a little bit cheaper than what I've been seeing them go for and what people had been asking for them. And I've been trying to get this card for a while from a couple of different sellers, and they had just come back with some offers that were, it was one of those where they had like a best offer on there, but unless you're offering like 97% of asking price, they're going to turn it down. So I kind of tend to avoid those sellers for the most part, just because I know that there's not really going to be a way to negotiate, and I can kind of go elsewhere and try to find a better deal, since this is more of a marathon than a sprint, and there's over 2,000 slabs out there to collect of him to this point, and there's going to be even more coming, as more and more cards get added in. But these are really sharp. It's got this cracked ice feel to it, as I'll pull it up here a little closer to the camera. So that's all across the card, and when you kind of reflect it in the light like that, it's really cool to see it sparkle like that. So very awesome card. Chrome Sapphires are also really tough to find a specific base card of a player, so these are some of the ones I picked up recently here. I almost dropped my stack. But as you can see, these are some Tigers players that, like a Travis Wood, not a card you would find regularly in Topps Chrome, but Topps Sapphire takes all of the cards and makes Chrome versions with the blue on them. So it's very tough to find specific players just because you get 100 base in a box of these. So for example, the Ronald Acuna Jr. cards from 2018 Chrome Sapphire, if you get a PSA 10 of those, they're going for over $1,000 right now. It's really crazy. Probably the most expensive base card out there for Ronald Acuna among his rookies. So it's absolutely nutty, but people love these Sapphires. I'm on board. I'm a big fan of them as well. So let me know what you think of Topps Chrome Sapphire down below. And also let me know what you think of Panini Diamond Kings, two products that are talked about quite frequently in the hobby. Appreciate you checking out today's video. I'll be sure to see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.